taking these chances. They wouldn't give me the answers, so I gotta go out and get it. I'ma hold them off for ransom. This how I planned it. Did it right here where I'm standing. Came from the mud, they counted us out. Now we standing on the planet. They don't know just what to do with me. Promise this is nothing new to me. If you came in here to ruin me, hope you writing out a eulogy. I was tailor-made beautifully, you can never find two of me. Look how I'm shining. Cold turn into diamonds. I need a moment of silence.
And we're back for round 3 of the two-wheel drive mod for the King of the Hills race meeting. Saw an awesome race last time. It was highly with Jared Ment getting home. Before I get any further, behind me is Big Ray Munday's car. So Ray Munday is an Aussie legend of RC, been around for a long time, won everything, and the big man made his way up from Victoria to race in the event. And I heard he's coming back for the state titles, which is really exciting. There was a trio. It was Ray, his son Lachlan, and Andrew Salvagi. These are all team associated legends, and I think Andrew is like the team associated guy in Australia. Anyway, Big Ray, he was using the 6.3D at this event because he's a factory driver. He got it early. I think all three of them might have had it. I know Ray did definitely, and Andrew, I think. But this is a picture of it. So yeah, looked amazing. Anyway, I just thought I'd feature his car in this one because I haven't got my 6.3D yet. It's killing me, so hopefully soon you'll know about it when it happens. All right, so this is race 3. Before we get any further, let's look at the current standings. There we are there. So Lachlan Donnelly came second in the first 2 rounds, and he was a TQ. He was out in front. And you got Ari and Ray and Jared all on 7 each in second place. Matthew Cooper, he's a local local flyer of the Hills track. So hopefully you might see him feature a bit further up the grid in these races. And then you can see the rest of them down there. Lachlan Munday, Ben Cribben, Andrew Salvagi, Cam Sautel, Peter Seckold, and Paul Shannon. So now, because of the nature of the race, I mentioned last time, all the grids changed. So that's why you're going to see, like, Lachlan was going good early because he was started in first for the first race and third for the second race. But now if you look at the grid, he's actually starting in 5th because everyone's shuffling down and all the evens are shuffling up. So Jared Ment's up in the second place on the grid for this one. And Cam and Paul Shannon, who are normally at the back of the grid, they actually got a chance at the front. Great to see what they can do in this race. Ben Cribben, he was dominating two-wheel drive stock here for a while and switched over to mod, I don't know, about 6 months ago maybe, I'm not really sure, but super fast driver, but you get to appreciate how fast everyone else is, like Lockie and Jared and those guys when you see them week in, week out, pretty much beating Ben. But he's starting to close the gap. He's a big X-ray driver, where Jared and Lachlan are both team associated. So is Matthew Cooper's and Ari Bakla are also X-ray. So there's a big X-ray team associated rivalry in Australia at the moment. So it's really good to see. But Ben's good driver. He's up in 4th. Interesting to see what he can do with this race. Big Ari is like, a legend of the sport as well. He's been around for years. He's in 7th for this one. So it's really interesting to see and like Ray's in at a 10th. So it's interesting to see when you see these guys at the back of the grid, if they can make their way up. They're also fairly even, that the grid place makes a big difference on the outcome. But there have been, I know through the course of the weekend, there were races where some of the guys really carved up the field. So we'll get to those in good time. So let's, without further ado, let's check out race 3 of two-wheel drive mod of King of the Hills.
Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters, so now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You can double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys. 'Cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back. Just wait and you'll see. Please excuse me, your honor, but you can't hold me no longer. Can't you feel the vibrations? I broke out and left traces. Go ahead, try catch me if you can, man. You'll be looking all night, I'm a Sandman. New York, London to Japan. I'ma show the whole world who I am. Boom. Made you look, huh? Yeah, this one is for the books. All these chances I took still, I move straight on these rooks now. Hold me up or hold me down, have my back or hold my crown. Either you with me or not, but you better give all you got. 'Cause I break the chains, can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys. 'Cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back. Just wait and you'll see.
What are we doing?
Another awesome race from the guys. It was amazing. Jared Ment, crazy. He was like half a lap ahead in the end. It was an amazing run. He's won 2 in a row now. So let's have a look at the results from that race. As I said, Jared was way ahead. He led from start to finish. I stopped filming him after a while to film some of the minor placings because he was just out on his own for most of the race. Superb ride, superb drive. Lachlan coming second. That's 3 seconds in a row for him. Super consistent. I'm sure at this point he was probably getting a little bit irritated he wasn't winning, but is what it is. And Matthew Cooper, another local young gun. So those three pretty much, pretty dominant locally in the Sydney racing scene. They both 1, 2 and 3. Top 2 were team associated. Matthew Cooper's X-Rays. He was 3rd, and Ari Bakla is X-Ray as well. He was 4th. Ari's like the old hand that keeps the gun guys in check. He was just had a sniff here, just kept it in check. 4th place wasn't too bad. I think what happened in that race was we had Paul and Cam out in the front, 1 and 3. So I think they kind of held the backfield up. And when Jared got ahead early, he was able to pull out, and then the other guys couldn't catch him. But it's interesting to see that dynamic when you've got some of the slower guys in the pack who are still fast drivers, actually at the front of the mix, and watching the faster guys try to get around. The super clean racing at this level, it was really good to see the whole weekend. And there was, even though they were stuck behind someone, they were obviously faster then. They had to wait for the right opportunity to do it. There was race referees on the stand the whole time. So it was run really well, and you could see that it was super clean racing. Right, let's look at the standings while we're after 3 rounds. So Lachlan with his 3 seconds is still in first place. Jared now has had 2 first place in a row, so he's starting to close in. And there's Ari and Matthew Cooper are the next 2. So pretty much those 4 are kind of fighting it out, with Big Ray Munday on 16 points and his son Lachlan on 17. At this point in time, there's still the mixing up of the grid. So Lachlan, who started at the front, remember he's going to be going further and further down the grid. So what do you now? He was 1st, 3rd, 5th. He's going to be 7th on the grid in the next race. So race 4. I'll bring that up. There's 5 races in the series. So this was race 3. Another superb drive. It was great to see. Can't wait to bring you race 4. Peace.